I'm so happy to have Brandon Woolheist on the call today, this video, because ultimately I want to be able to share with people real life experiences of how people are getting an impact on mind mastery. And now, Brandon, you're a part of Mind Mastery, and first of all, I'd like to thank you for being here, and it really makes my day that you actually want to get on video and actually share with the world a little bit about you and ultimately how mind mastery is helping you. So, if you wouldn't mind, could you tell me a little bit about your experience before mind mastery? Maybe some things you may be going through, or some goals that you might have had, or issues that you wanted to let go of?
Yeah, absolutely. Before I even went through my mastery, and even before I even looked through all of your wonderful work, I was struggling through a lot of things personally, being, self negative talk about myself. I really had a lot of doubt on what I could do in my life. I had people in my life that were either, saying things to me that were either negative, that I took personally, and that I really kind of made it become a belief of mine, and that I wasn't good enough, and also with being hearing impaired, I'm also hearing impaired too. I was quite discouraged in myself of how to react to people and going out and about in social events and things like that. Just really, I've throughout my life, I've been up and down with being able to trying to understand how to approach people and to really become confident as a person, and that's where my struggle was becoming a confident, being, and especially really accepting the kind of person that I am. And so, that was probably the most major thing that was I was struggling with. And so, yeah, I as soon as I remembered exactly, it was over probably a year ago. I had ran into a book in a library, and I saw that your book was in there.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, and then I was just like, I looked over it, and I was like, oh, okay. I looked at it, and it said, "Be Your Potential," and I thought, man, this gotta be really a good book. And I got the book and literally started reading some of the stuff in there, and it just started clicking. And I thought, I really need to change the way I, think about things in my life. And then started watching your videos and everything. And soon enough, I'm already becoming a member, and it's really helping me out a lot. And so
That's awesome. I think, to be honest, obviously all our stories are different, but I can definitely resonate with how I used to be as well. I'm sure many people don't believe they're always worthy or good enough. I know I didn't, and we get anxious and worried about what people think, where we're heading, are we taking on other people's advice when really our heart is saying something else. So I can totally resonate with that. It's awesome that you found the book in the library. That was great. And
yeah,
when you think about, you made a big decision, because I think it takes someone important to stand up and go, look, something's got to change, and I'm going to be the person going to change. I'm going to find support. And then you did that, and you went on to Mind Mastery. So you went on to become a Mind Mastery member. What was that like? What was the transformation when you actually enrolled? What was it? What were you going through?
Well, this transformation here was, it started clicking with the videos that you would put up for us on finding out the whys, and what we needed to do to change our thinking, presently of our beliefs, and how we go about our day, if something happens or something, and how we react to it. for me, the wake up call was the fact that none of the past that has to affect me. And so when I started listening to the hypnosis and the process of learning the confidence programs, it really helped out a lot. I feel great, and I'm starting to, become more present in my situation, and to not look ahead about things or even, worry about other things in the past or anything like that, because it doesn't have to define me as a person. And so that's where, to me, I felt, I'm really starting to look things differently as a person, and to feel great about myself. And, in my inner dialogue, I'm starting to really start to look inside of myself, as what you've been talking about, looking into your inner being, and to really be gentle about yourself. And, and that's where, the mind mastery has really helped out so much, and to really go in depth of what, to get to the heart of where we need to be as a person, and to find out what are triggers in our certain, problems in our lives, that we can definitely change our unconscious mind to be able to say, oh, it's, great that we're, getting these certain symptoms in our lives, but it's not helping us. So we need to change that.
Yeah.
And that is, where I before I even knew about that, I had no idea that kind of stuff was, what was going on. As, any kind of problems I've ever had, it was actually my unconscious, running it. And, which was brilliant, and when I heard about that from you. And so I really understand it now, and to really change the way my unconscious mind really believes things, and it helps out so much.
That is so cool. I love how you say that you don't have to be defined by other things, and ultimately you can be happy and you can keep striving forward, and you don't have to buy into other people's stuff. And that's so awesome. I'm so happy that you're getting that experience, because that's my intention ultimately, for people to go on the course and to go become a Mind Mastery member, get the support, and just ultimately be their authentic true self and shine brightly into the world. So I love that. So what do you think about the live calls as well? Because on Mind Mastery, every 2 weeks we get on the phone, it's usually like a webinar where you can actually speak to me in person, vocally, so on your phone or on your computer, and we can have a chat, we can ask questions. How are you liking those?
Oh, I love that. I love it a lot. And it's like kind of a small little class for me, personally, and really learn specifically on certain areas. And we, like I would take notes, and to learn a lot of different things about, like the other call we had Sunday, I believe it was, when we had talked about that story you were telling about, which was awesome, about the farmer. And, just really taking different perspectives of our problems, and what we can do about them. And the live calls are really effective, and are just one of the major awesome, special things that you guys do with Mind Mastery that I love.
Great. So you do feel supported in, that you've got like almost a coach on hand twice a week, or twice a month.
Yeah, I mean, and plus with the group in itself, the people in the group are so special, and they all have, certain areas that they're working on, and we all have similarities with the problems that we have, like with self-doubt and disbelief in ourselves. And we all kind of get together and really kind of help each other out. I mean, especially, some of the people that we have in Mind Mastery, when we have on Facebook, that we have our own group on there, it is great because we help each other out. And if one day some of us are, are, having a problem certain day, we all just kind of chime in and, say, hey, it's okay. We're all in this together. And,
Yeah.
it's great because I really love this. It's a strong group that I feel like I can do anything as long as this group is there. And, that's why, mind mastery is so important. And so to, help everyone help each other out.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's really the plan. I mean, if we can create this group of people in different issues, but very similar at times as well, as you said, because we break things down, as you know, on the first call, we broke things down to be able to get to the core of things. And ultimately, we're pulling all in the same direction. Now, you are the sum of the people you surround yourselves with. So if we're surrounding ourselves, whether it be on the Mind Mastery Facebook group, whether it be on the live coaching call, and anything else we do within Mind Mastery, it just means we're creating momentum, doesn't it? It means that we're really kind of pulling together as a team in one direction, and that's what I love. I mean, that's why actually, like my father, Paul, he's a part of Mind Mastery, so he gets on the calls, and so it's great that he just jumps on every now and then, and we have like a conversation. We get a different perspective, don't we? Like my father is one of my biggest supporters, and he loves helping people within the group as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Paul is amazing too. I mean, I had a chance to talk to him many times with you, and he's a real good guy, and I appreciate both of you guys really helping me out, and it's been wonderful since. It's making me stronger as a person to have other support in besides yourself, and even Sarah. Sarah's wonderful too.
Can't forget Sarah.
So, yep. So absolutely.
do you feel that now, from where you are to where you're going, because it's all a journey, but progression is happening. Do you feel that you're starting to master the mind? Are you feeling that you're starting to become the real you to achieve the type of things that you want in your life? I mean, do you authentically feel that? And be absolutely honest. I want to be able to.
Yeah. I feel I'm getting there. I'm with the process I'm in. I'm really starting to change the way I think of things now, because whereas before I would doubt myself, I would not. I had this habit of being able getting all this negative self-talk in myself when things happen, and just I would talk myself down too much. And so whereas now I don't do that. Every time I do feel a certain time where a negative feeling comes up, I stop it right there, and I just like look at it and be aware of it and be like, hey, this feeling is happening, but it doesn't have to define me. It does not need to be there. And so it's really starting to progress a lot more than it was before. And as more and more that I'm listening to your programs, or the confidence program, I'm going to be able to do the things that I want to do when it comes to social events and things like that, and to really change my game up. And and that's where I'm already feeling the process working. And so
well, I'm so thankful for that, and just always know I'm here to support you and help you in any way that I can. So I really appreciate your words on that.
I appreciate what you guys do for me. I mean, it is really, I don't know how it was just a miracle, even just to start from the beginning of finding that book, and it's just a real eye opener. So
good, man. Well, thank you ever so much for taking the time out of your busy day to speak with me on video. And once again, I'm so appreciative of you to be a part of the group, because you're a great inspirer as well. I mean, the comments that you leave and the support that you give, even today, or it was last night today when I looked on it, and that's just so awesome. So I'm incredibly happy to having you in the group as well. So thank you ever so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.